if I want to acquire land, take me through the steps one after the other.
Well,
what must I go through from the first point to the last point?
Well, so the first thing that you need to know is to ascertain the owner of the land. Secondly, if you ascertain the owner of the land, you ascertain what is the interest of the person on that land. Then, third, what interest am I getting? Then fourth, know the capacity of the person selling the land to you. So let me take this one, one after the other. So, ascertaining the ownership of the land. Is it a stool land? Is it family land? Or is it an individual? If it is stool land, there are requirements of who you can buy the land from.
What are those requirements?
The requirement is that the occupant of the stool, if it is the chief, he has to sign the document together with some principal elders of the stool for the grant or the land that they have sold to you to be valid. If it is a family, then you need the head of family together with some principal members of the family for the sale to be valid. So what it means is that if stool occupant alone signs a document for you, the sale will be void.
Oh, I see.
It has no effect. If a family head alone also sells land to you, in law we call it voidable. It is not void as in the case of the stool land, but with the family land, it is voidable. It means that the other members of the family can apply to the court to set the sale aside.
Oh, okay.
The one other important thing is that when you are buying from an individual, you are buying from an individual who says, I own this land. You may want to go further to ascertain this person who is selling the land. It may be personal, but you're asking, please, are you a married man or are you a married woman? If he is, then you may want to know, do you have the consent of your spouse to sell this property or land to me?
Yeah, I'm told that if you're married, you need the consent of your spouse.
Written consent. The law says that you need the written consent of your spouse, and that is if the land or the property was acquired during the marriage. Anything that you acquire before the marriage is not part.
You don't need it. Okay.
So you have to make sure that all these things are in place, so that you don't buy stool land from an individual. You don't buy family land from an individual. And as I mentioned earlier, you need to also know the interest that the person has. If it is stool land, it means that in law we call something the allodial owners. They are the original owners, the highest form of ownership in land. So they own the allodial. So when you are buying from them, you can get a leasehold or you can get a freehold, depending on if you are a citizen of Ghana. So if you are a citizen of Ghana and you are getting a leasehold, that is what generally we get. That's the 99 years. If it is a stool land, they can also give you a leasehold of 99 years. However, if you are buying from, let's say, someone who has already bought from the family or the stool, I mentioned earlier, for 99 years, you will not get 99 years. So that's the next stage that I said you have to also, apart from ascertaining the interest of the people selling the land to you, you have to also know what interest am I getting on this land or from this land. So if the person has 99 years, he cannot give me 99 years if he has stayed on the land for some number of years. If the person is a stool, then maybe I can get 99. The interest I'll get maybe 99 years or something. Then the next stage will be the capacity of the person. The capacity, as I said, is the authority. People parade themselves as chiefs, head of family, or owners of lands, Meanwhile, they are not. So you need to know whether this person that is selling the land to me, is he competent enough?
Okay.
If the chief is alive, the caretaker has no business selling the lands to somebody. If the head of family is alive, head of family, these things are usually customary. We have the various forms of nominating and electing people to head of families, depending on the ethnicity you belong to. So if someone has been validly selected and he's the head of family, you may want to know that this is the person who is competent enough to sell the land to me.
Okay.
So this is where the capacity comes in. It is a contract, and without capacity, the sale will be void. And you, in terms of capacity too, you cannot buy land from somebody who's under 18 years.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you need to know. So these things are usually what we call the due diligence to be done on the land. So generally, it should be done by a lawyer.
At what point do you get to the Lands Commission?
Yes, so the Lands Commission usually, if it is a registrable area, like in Accra, you would like to write to the Lands Commission or to do a search to ascertain what transactions has transpired on that land.
Okay.
So if the people, it's a stool land, you would want to conduct a search at the Lands Commission to know whether that land falls under the stool that you are buying it from.
Okay.
If it is a family land, the same way. So when the search comes out, you would see the name of the stool that owns that land. You would see the name of the family that owns that land, or you see the name of the individual who owns that land. And it also, usually you can conduct a comprehensive search too as well. The comprehensive search gives you various transactions that has occurred on that land. Who was it for? Then it went to this person at this stage in 19, so it went to this person.
Okay.
And this at this stage that I'm now buying the land, it is with the person that I'm actually buying it from.